everyone, happy Friday to you all. I hope you're all doing amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a 30-minute session, EFT tapping for taking a big leap. We're going to be doing some journaling as well as tapping. So hopefully you have something to write with if you want to go get that now. So yeah, today's session is going to really be about taking a big leap. And I don't know what that means for you, whether it's something to do with your career, in your personal life, in your relationships, your friendships. But obviously there's something that you have in mind, which is the reason why you've come to this session today. You know that there's something you really want to do, you really want to accomplish, you really want to move towards, but perhaps something is stopping you. And usually that thing stopping you is your mind, your beliefs, feeling like you're not ready, not worthy, unsure, all these different things. So we're going to be journaling to help us uncover what's going on, tapping, and then at the end I'll give you some next action steps as well. So not only do you have the tapping, but you know where to go from there. So we'll have just a minute on this. You could have several things that you want to do or just one. What is the big leap that I want to take? So the next question is, what would happen if I took this leap? And I want you to think about all of the best case scenarios, all the amazing things that happens when you take this leap. If you took it today, what could change for you? And we'll have about a minute and a half, and I really want you to think about how would this change your life if you took this leap. And the next question is, what would happen if I didn't take this leap? So I want you to think about where you are right now, which is fine. This is where you are in time and space and in life. But if you don't take that leap, probably your life will stay the same. Maybe you're okay with that. But what would happen if you didn't take this leap? Who would miss out on your magic? Or maybe you won't be able to grow in the way you want to grow. We'll have about a minute and a half. So we are going to begin. If you're just joining in, this is about taking a big leap, and we've been discussing, what is stopping us, what are the fears that we have, and we're going to tap on that. So if you want to think about, as we tap, let's begin tapping at the karate chop point. Just think about what it is, this big leap that you want to take in your life. And you might want to think about what you've written down and all those fears. Whether it was, fear of going for it, fear of failure, whatever came up for you. And you might even want to close your eyes for just a moment and give yourself permission to actually feel those fears in your body, knowing it's safe to do so. They're going to be tapped away, but those fears are living in your energy body at the moment, and they kind of need somewhere to go, otherwise they get stuck. And EFT is a great place for us to release them. So give yourself permission to look at that thing you've written. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And all you need to do is repeat after me out loud. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. I really want to take this big leap, but I'm afraid. It's kind of like jumping off the edge of a cliff. I don't know if I'm going to land in shallow water and hurt myself, or I'll land in this beautiful pool of dolphins and starfish and rainbows. All I know is it's unknown. And that's what makes it really scary. That's what makes it feel really big. And even though I may have these fears and worries, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Because I know taking a big leap is terrifying. This is something new for me. I've never experienced this before. Or maybe I have in some aspect and it wasn't great. But I know that everything that I want is just on the other side of fear. And I'm proud of myself for acknowledging these fears. Because now I've written them down, they don't seem as scary anymore. And when I think about what would happen if I didn't take this leap, that gives me enough motivation to do it. Yes, I could stay small and stay safe. But that's also pretty boring. And I deserve more than that. I am worthy of more than that. So even though I may have had these fears and worries and doubts, I'm choosing to deeply and completely love, honor, and forgive myself. It's time to take that big leap. And release your hand, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth with a sigh. And just take this moment to notice anything that's shifted for you, any emotions, any tingles or yawning, especially if it's your first time. And you can open your eyes if you had them closed, and we are going to start with a full EFT tapping sequence around taking a big leap. really tapping in some positive affirmations, and hopefully you'll feel pretty motivated and free of those fears so you can take that big leap. So let's begin tapping at the eyebrow point. And again, you just need to repeat after me out loud. And then, as I always say, just take what resonates, leave the rest. I am ready to take a big leap. To be honest, I was probably ready yesterday. I was probably ready last year. But I've been procrastinating. I've been confused and unsure. Maybe feeling stuck. But I'm choosing to let this go. Because it's time for me. The time is now. And I don't have to have it all figured out. I don't need to think 5, 10 years ahead. Honestly, I just have to take a small step. And then another one. Moving in the directions of my dreams. And I know that I have all this fear. All these stories that I have been telling myself about why I shouldn't do it, or it's not the right moment. Because what am I afraid of? Is it the fear of confrontation or conflict? Or the fear of judgment or being judged? Is it the fear of being seen and heard? Fear of rejection or not being good enough? I make a choice to release these fears. And instead of focusing on my problems, I focus on solutions. I am worthy of this big leap. I am worthy of my dreams. I am good enough exactly as I am. And maybe I haven't told myself that in a while. But I've taken some big leaps before. And they paid off massively. At some point in my life, I had the courage to do it. And I haven't lost that courage. It's just been dormant. So I'm giving myself permission to bring that courage back out of me. And use its precious energy to move forward. Because who cares if I mess it all up? At least I'll have learned something and tried something new. I'll finally have answers instead of going over all the things that could happen in my head. And I'll feel really proud of myself. So today I'm committed to taking a leap. A leap of faith. Because truly it doesn't matter where I land. I know the universe has got my back. And I know all this fear has just been trying to protect me. All those voices in my head saying, stop, don't do it. Instead, I choose to listen to my heart. I choose to have faith and trust in myself. Because I truly deserve this. And I already know what would happen if I didn't do this. And just think about all the people who miss out on my magic if I don't take this big leap. So I'm taking this leap. And I believe and support myself completely. I've got this. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Let it go. Notice again how you're feeling. If any words or phrases really resonated with you. And if you had your eyes closed, you can open them back up to the space around you. Maybe you're feeling really energized and motivated or quite exhausted. Okay, great, exhilarated. Yeah, I'd love to know how you're feeling. And before you head on off as well, I did write something down. The thing with EFT, what I really love, it can really give us that motivation. And motivation is an energy, it's a force that we can use. So after you leave this video, I'd love to ask you this. What can you do today with the resources that you have to move yourself towards your next step? So however you're feeling, whatever resources that you have, this doesn't have to cost money. This doesn't have to take much energy or effort. Allow your brain to figure out all the ways, the small steps that you can take while you're feeling like good enough to do it, like I'm feeling ready. Like I said, being ready is an illusion. So if you do EFT and you feel that motivation, do it, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's something I've had to learn the hard way. So now you're feeling great. Think about just one thing. If you want to write a book, you could just write maybe the chapter outlines today, or write the summary of it. Something so small, but you've got that ball rolling.